Okay, sirens are going off at noon on Wednesday here in Little Rock, so that means it is time to get started. All right, welcome.
The first statewide
meeting of the year. We're so excited. I'm Laura. I have Stephanie with me, and I'm excited to see so many of you on live today. Of course, we are recording, and we'll post the recording of today's meeting as soon as we get finished here this afternoon. So it should be up at least by like 1:30, and I'll show you guys how to find that too. But yeah, we're super excited. Huge growth this year. We have a lot of returning chapters and even a lot of new chapters. So let's go ahead and jump in and welcome back.
So many chapters.
I think I have them all here. We're still in the process of getting everybody to kind of re-register, and I haven't made that super clear. So this is the moment. A lot of you have already registered your chapter on the website. At the end today, probably several times I'm going to say, you can do that on the website. But at the end, we're going to show you how to do all these things. So these were chapters that we had last year that I'm pretty sure are returning. Most of these I know for sure are. So welcome back all over the state, far and near and all four corners. And we are just so excited to have such huge growth in Project Prevent over this past year or so. And welcome to our brand new chapters. What's mine? Here we go.
Yeah.
So some of these are new, but not super new. So that would be Barton Junior High and El Dorado. And Miss Carrie just popped on. So we worked with you guys a few years ago and COVID threw everyone off. So that's the same for Hoxie High School, and Miss Vansel's on right now too. So we're so excited to have you guys back with us. We're still calling you new. And then Bryant Middle School too has been involved. We have a new advisor there, Miss O'Brien. We're excited to get you guys back on board. And then Cedarville High School, County Line High School, James Matthews Elementary in Pine Bluff, the McGee Boys and Girls Club, Odin High School. In Rosebud, we have the elementary and the high school, Southside High School, Yerger Middle School in Hope, and the Youth World Changers here in Little Rock. So welcome, welcome. Super excited. A lot of you, like I said, have already registered, and we have sent out a ton of starter kits. And I think that's the first thing that I wanted to mention on the agenda today. Had a little hiccup with the starter kits.
It's a fun story.
Last week, so we had so many to deliver, and they're pretty big. So they're, it's kind of a lot to mail. So Stephanie and I split up and drove around the state, and we delivered 32 starter kits, and we were able to kind of pop in and talk to some of you who weren't in the middle of teaching a class. So we were glad to just say a quick hello and drop off your starter kit. And then we mailed 21 starter kits last week, and all 21 got mailed to Cedarville.
Congratulations to the winners.
It's almost like a new chapter hazing thing. I promise it wasn't a prank. We're so sorry. I'll be driving to Cedarville tomorrow to pick up the other 20.
And then the rest of you should be receiving your starter kits.
So El Dorado, Texarkana, Berryville, Green Forest, Osceola, Manila, all the farthest corners, yours was supposed to be mailed to you. So they are all sitting in Cedarville, safe and sound right now. And we will get those in the mail to you tomorrow.
Which is a great time for me to add, whether you are one of those who have not received your starter kit yet, or you have gotten it, and maybe even if you've already opened it. But just like we've done in years past, we would love photos with your starter kit of your students opening them and all the fun things inside. So if you have any chances to take photos of your students with the starter kits, we would love to see them.
Those look really good on the story. And so, if you're not already following Project Prevent, this is our other shameless plug.
Yes, we would love if you would follow us on Facebook and Instagram for sure at Project Prevent AR. If you're new, we're going to be sharing all kinds of fun stuff throughout the year. So be sure to be taking pictures of your projects, sending them to us, because we want to share them and shout you guys out.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to talk quickly about the theme this year. We have a new theme every year, and we're really excited about this one. I want to talk about chapter projects and kind of go over the toolkit really, really quickly. Meetings, reports, ready, set, record, the conferences for the year, and just kind of a calendar of events for the whole year. Some of you that received your starter kits have already seen that. because we printed one for you. And then, like I mentioned, I want to go over the website just really quickly. So I know it's going to feel like we're moving fast, but we want to cover as much as we can in the next 25 minutes. So
if you do not know yet, our overall theme for the year is influencer. And so if you have seen on social media, we did share a little like write-up about what that means. So as you may have noticed with the social media influence blue theme throughout this meeting. So on our little write-up, we have influencer, and what that is a person who inspires or guides the actions of others. So perfectly to describe you guys and the work that you're doing.
Absolutely. That is Project Prevent chapter members to a T. You guys are absolutely all influencers in your schools and in your communities. So we're going to be working this in all year as part of Ready, Set, Record, My Reason to Write, Drawing for a Difference, all the conferences, everything that we do. You're going to be so sick of it.
So this year is all about how you can be an influencer among your friend groups and in your school and communities.
Yes, we're super excited. And we have a lot of fun games and things that will tie into it at the conferences. And then, like I said, just like all throughout the year. So if you have gotten your starter kit, you've seen this already. And those of you who your starter kit is in Cedarville, you'll see that very soon.
We're real excited.
Really excited. So quickly, the toolkit that we have sent with the starter kits, but it's also on the website. And when I visited with some of our new chapters over the summer, I believe I brought you one too. But the toolkit has pretty much everything you would ever need in it to know how to run a Project Prevent chapter. So just this is a screenshot of the table of contents. So it just kind of talks about Project Prevent chapters and what they do, how to start a chapter, guidelines for your chapters, different activities that you can do, statewide meetings, your own meetings. It talks a little bit about Project Prevent Next Generation, which is our elementary aged chapters, primarily about grades 4th through 6th. And then our conferences, Ready, Set, Record, the art contest and the essay contest that we host every year. Lots of different resources, some materials. There's 2 pages of the toll of tobacco in the United States versus the toll of tobacco in Arkansas. Those are really good, like quick facts so that you can find if you're working on making signs or posters or any type of tobacco messaging and you need like a quick fact, those are in there. The calendar for the year, and then our contact info. So the main thing that I wanted you to be able to find in the toolkit is the different activities. One thing that we're really proud of and that we love is that our website, our toolkit, of course, our social media, but everything that we do has pictures of our kids here in Arkansas, like really doing the work. So we have tons of pictures throughout the toolkit and the website as well. And it will give you different examples of what counts as like a chapter activity or an event or a project. We'll kind of use those words interchangeably. So peer-to-peer education, whether that's you're reading books or teaching a lesson or doing a presentation, and information like a table or a booth at an event, different presentations like I mentioned, surveys if you wanted to survey the kids in your school like at the beginning of the year versus and then the end of the year and see maybe if their thoughts or ideas change about vaping or any type of tobacco. You can get your like local government or even your schools to adopt or change an existing tobacco policy. We're working on just policy enforcement. So there may be, if you're a public school, there is already a tobacco-free policy for your school campus, but maybe it's really not enforced. So you can see like this picture at the very bottom right, that's Berryville, and they were putting up no smoking, vaping, or dipping at our tobacco-free school signs throughout their campus. That was the thing that we did a couple of years ago. And then advocacy letter writing, if you want to get a little bit more deeper into kind of some of those policies. So it just gives some really good examples. And then there's pictures of examples all throughout too. So this toolkit, like I said, we mail you a hard copy, but it's also on our website that you can like refer to it at any time too. I know I'm talking fast. We got a lot to get through.
Oh, so speaking of activities and projects, and another thing that will be coming in your starter kits, we like to each year like provide some pre-made project ideas to like get you guys kind of kicked off. So this is one that we kind of created, and it's a banner that says I'm an influencer, and then it has little thought bubbles that say different things. I care about my future. I live tobacco free. So the idea is that if you have been a chapter for a while, you may remember the spring tours that we have done,
which is carried over into
Right.
this fall, summer, winter,
all seasons tours that kind of got started during like right after COVID, when we hadn't been able to visit with so many of you guys and see you in person for so long. So we thought this was a great like outdoor way to like social distance and do this. So we've done it for a little bit now, but now we want to turn it over to you guys and give you the chance to kind of host your own version of this at your schools.
Yeah, and we put it in the starter kit so that it has a little like card in it and a few markers too. The little card just kind of explains like set this up at an event or even in your hallway. It doesn't have to be at, it could be at a ball game, it could be at open house, or it could just be, you know, in the hallway one day or at the, you know, outside at lunch. We like to include like music and games and giveaways and things when we were visiting, so you guys can do any kind of little variation of that.
Yeah,
too.
and like other students, you can, if you have this banner at your table, can come up and sign it, sign a pledge. If you want to like have, say that it's a pledge to be vape free, be tobacco free, you can really do a lot
And
with
they
it.
can enter a drawing or something if they'll sign the pledge, that kind of thing. It's really just a great way to just raise awareness and do like a fun thing and make your chapter visible. Couple of other like ready-made
more
project
ideas again included in your starter kits. So these on the left are some little door hangers that we made for you guys. And healthy brains are happy brains. Ask me how to quit vaping, and then the healthy lungs. So we kind of thought the idea would be if you like could turn this into a project and hang these on the doors for your school nurses, and it says like ask me how to quit vaping, and then go around and make sure that your school nurses have these Quit Kit resources. So you can find the Quit Kit resources on our website, I believe under the resources tab.
And I'm
you
going to
can
show that too.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
yes.
You can print all this stuff off. So you can always go to our website to find like materials and stuff for projects that you want to do.
And it can be the nurse, but also I know a lot of our chapter advisors are counselors. It'd be great for the counselors to have, of course, just as a chapter advisor, but we put a few in the toolkit just so you can kind of get started. I think
around.
we gave you like
Yeah.
6 or so. Just to kind of always put it in the mind that for some students, we know that they have wanted to quit and tried to quit. So this is just kind of let them know that there are some resources and some help for that. We focused a lot on quitting last year, and we want to continue that this year as well. And speaking of another project idea, I mentioned over the summer when we were doing some of our trainings to some of you, but we have kind of come up with a one pager that's like a new approach to kids who are caught vaping. And of course, this could apply to smoking and dipping also. But I've worked with a lot of school resource officers over the last year, and they will tell me, as you all probably know, that vaping is their number one like disciplinary problem. So rather than just punishing, we really, really want to help these kids be able to quit. The only way to guarantee that they're not going to vape at school is if they're not vaping at all. So we came up with this kind of new approach, and this is on our website also. I'll show you where to find it. But basically, you would work with your school resource officer and your administration and kind of decide what you think should be included in your like plan. It doesn't have to be all of these things that we have here. You could customize it, make it your own, and then just make sure that like all the parents and all the students know that this is the new plan. And every time you're caught, you're going to go through this educational program, and you're going to be given these resources and maybe go through this My Path to Quitting workbook, that type of thing. So I'm excited to see if any of you are interested in tackling this, and feel free to email me individually if you're not clear or if you need some help. But we really kind of are looking at this as like a pilot year to see if any schools are interested or willing to take this on. So again, that's on the website, and I'll show you that here in just a second too. And quickly, our statewide meetings, as I had kind of mentioned before, we're combining our next gen and our Project Prevent meetings all into one. We found last year that we were just kind of repeating ourselves, and you guys really are doing the same work. The thing that makes the biggest difference, I think, is having events that are separate and just a little bit more like age appropriate. So our conference coming up in the fall is for grades 7th through 12th. And then we have a next gen summit in the spring, which we have saved the dates for those too. But our statewide meetings are the first Wednesday of every month from 12 to 12:30. We try to keep it brief, and then we post the recording right after the meeting. You guys, I love when you can join live. It's a lot more fun when people are on live, but I understand that it's just not possible for everyone. So that's why we offer that recording. And then your chapter meetings, you guys can really do that however you want and whatever works best for you guys. Some chapters meet often, some meet either once a week or once every 2 weeks, and some just meet once a month. And that is okay if that's all that you can get in. You just want to make sure that you're having really effective meetings if you're just able to get together one time a month. So during that time, you're going to plan projects, you're going to assemble materials or make signs, or if your Green Forest is on right now and they're getting ready to do their Mardi Gras parade, they know that their chapter meeting, they're going to have to start putting tobacco messages on hundreds of Mardi Gras beads. So that's when you can work on projects, and then either watch the statewide meeting if you're having your meeting right now live, that's great, or play the recording during your meeting. Or if you guys would like, I know especially for our older kids that have phones and have all the access that they need, they can watch the statewide meeting before you guys meet. And then when you guys get together for your chapter meeting, you can kind of just discuss the things that we went over. So I want it to be easy for you guys, and I want it to be like to fit your needs. So this is like the bare bones. This is like figure out what works best for you guys, but please try to meet at least once a month with each other. Let's see what else. Okay, so reporting, and we're going to do it a little bit differently this year. We had a tough time with the reports last year. So for all of our chapters that receive a Children's Hospital mini grant, and you know who you are, if you've gotten that $500 check in the mail already to go towards your activities, you will be reporting directly to us by email. So you'll receive an email on the first Monday of the month, and it should be returned by that Friday. So example, you won't have to report anything until we send an email on Monday, October 3rd. That's actually going to be your September report. So you'll be telling us what you did in September. You'll get that email from us, and we need to have it back from you by that Friday. It's very simple, and it just asks, when did you meet? How many kids were there? What projects did you work on? Did you host any activities? And it'll just be in the body of the email. You guys will go down, fill it out, and just send it back. It should be very, very easy. And you'll just have to do it once a month. So it should be a lot easier for everybody to keep up with. All other chapters are still going to report through the website link. And I'll show you that when we get to the website. You can do that weekly, you can do it monthly, or you can just do it as you complete projects, just kind of whatever is easiest for you. And we'll go over that in just a second.
Ready, set, record.
It is
open
It's
officially
here.
this week. So, as you may have guessed, the theme is Be an Influencer, and Ready, Set, Record is our film contest for grades 7 through 12. Like we said, it opened this week, and you can submit videos up until January 13th, and videos can be anywhere from 30 seconds to 60 seconds long.
Yes, and we have the last year's film festivals recorded. It's on the website too, so you can watch last year's and kind of get an idea of the talent that's out there. We had over 200 videos submitted last year, so we get them from all over the state, and it's wildly entertaining.
Yes, and you do not need to have fancy equipment to participate. Those videos are fantastic, those who do those, but also we have winning videos and great videos that are filmed on iPhones, just a group of friends getting together. So
really not looking for that messaging,
to get your students involved.
Quality entertainment, yes. All that information again is on the website too. And packets will be going out this week. Some went out yesterday, and we'll get the other half of them out this week. So your school should receive a packet that'll have a couple of posters and the rules and some frequently asked questions and that kind of thing, and like a letter to the school too.
Another thing we're super excited about,
it's official.
Save the date. The annual conference is going to be Wednesday, November 9th from 9 to 2. And we'll be back at the Benton Event Center this year. So it was a lot of fun last year. The conference is always a real big time, real fun to get to see everybody all together. And we will have a virtual option.
Yes. So the registration for this will open September 30th. It will close for in-person if we reach capacity, which is around 400. And we're really excited to see if we can get that in person again this time. But I know that a lot of you have a long way to drive, and you still used the virtual option last year and still had a lot of fun. So we will definitely still have both options.
And after doing the virtual option last year, we kind of like had some learning tips and tricks. So we are going to be doing even more work this year to make sure you guys feel involved, and included.
Yes. Also, and there's more information coming on that too, but save the date that we don't have yet.
The Next Gen Summit will be in 2023, sometime in the spring. It's our conference for grades 4 through 6. Last year, if you remember, if you were one of the chapters that participated, it was at the Little Rock Zoo, and it was a ton of fun. So we will be doing something different this year, but again, it will be a lot of fun. We just need to do some planning.
Likely in March. Yeah. We're trying to decide another really fun location. The zoo was really great. Hard to beat.
So keep that in your minds if you're a chapter that has 4th through 6th graders.
And what else? Oh, the little calendar. This came out in the starter kits. It's adorable.
Maybe you have or have not received yet. But again, going with the influencers theme, you could hang this in your classroom, in your office, in the hallway, anywhere. And it's kind of just like helps you keep up with different events that are going on.
So you can plan things around things. Yeah, plan activities around World Lung Cancer Day or Red Ribbon Week, and it just kind of lets you know, like, oh, February's Heart Month, and just take down tobaccos in April, just to kind of help you plan throughout the year too.
And it goes along with the influencer planners that are also coming in your starter kits, which is our version of the guidebook this year. So it kind of goes with this, that each student could have like a planner and carry it around throughout the year and like write down project ideas and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, much more of a planner than a workbook this year, which I think is exciting and big news.
You guys love it, and it's back.
Is Mountain Home on here? I don't think they've made it.
Home.
They're our biggest players.
Stars. So Trivia Tuesday is back. It's a trivia game that we play each Tuesday on our Instagram story, which again is Project Prevent AR. So if you have Instagram and you do not follow us, you do not want to miss this. The first Trivia Tuesday started back this week. And so by the next statewide meeting, we will have chosen 3 winners who consistently get on.
And you have new prizes.
Yes. And we have new prizes that are designated specifically for Trivia Tuesday winners this year. So make sure you check that out if you have not played before.
And we're getting close, but I want to have time, to go over the website. So projectpreventar.org. If you haven't been there yet, I said the toolkit has everything that you need, but really and truly the website has everything that you need. I'm just going to actually jump over there really quickly. So when you get to the homepage, you can scroll down, and normally we have like whatever is kind of coming up, like Ready, Set, Record. You can jump to there from the homepage. And the chapter reports, like I mentioned, if you're not receiving the mini grant from Children's, then you'll report your activities here. And we've got just little places you can scroll down and jump around. But really, the best way to navigate are these tabs here at the top. Who we are just talks about Project Prevent, our purpose, some frequently asked questions, what the chapters do. So especially for you newer chapters, it'll help you explain it to people. What we do is literally that, is exactly the things that we do. Tobacco and nicotine education, the youth-led fact-fed conference that we're having coming up in November, the Next Generation Summit that'll be in the spring, and then our 3 statewide contests, Ready, Set, Record, My Reason to Write, and Drawing for a Difference. So you can jump to all of those. To get involved, I mentioned, here's another way to get to the chapter reports, but it's also down here. But I mentioned registering your chapter. If you'll go to the Get Involved tab and click Register Your Chapter, here's where you can do that. It just takes a second. We do want to make sure that everyone's accounted for so that we can have an accurate count of chapters and students around the state. Anytime you're on the website, you click the logo, it'll take you back to the homepage, but that's where you can register your chapter. Under news and events, we have a photo gallery, the newsletters, our calendar for the year. But if you go to event calendar, this is how you can connect to the statewide meetings and watch the recordings. So I always try to send the link out the morning of the meeting, and then the links kind of as reminders on the Friday emails. But if you just go down here and click Project Prevent Statewide Meeting, it'll open it up and you can just join from right here. When it's recorded, it'll be in the same spot, which we haven't had one since May, but I'll jump over there and show you what that looks like. So our last statewide meeting, you could just join, or the related link, it'll say May recording right there. So that's how you can watch those. So that's how you can always get to the meetings. And we have other things in there that are coming up too, like Red Ribbon Week, the conference opening, different things there too. And then resources, this is another big thing I wanted to hit on quickly. So if you go to Get Help Quitting, those quit kit materials that Stephanie mentioned are all here. The vaping violations educational resource that we talked about, that one pager is right here. This just kind of tells you how it works. And then here's our version of the like process every time someone's caught, and it's made into like a trifold. So this is like the back side of it. Again, you guys are welcome to use this as it is, or create your own, but that's where you can find it under resources, Get Help Quitting. And then materials, here's the toolkit. Like I mentioned, you can download the whole thing, the Reach guidebook from last year, again, the quit kit materials, and then all kinds of flyers, posters, activity sheets. So there's coloring sheets, crosswords, all kinds of things. If you're doing like classroom presentations, there's some really good activity sheets. Important links will take you to anything any type of tobacco information that you need. Like that toll of tobacco in Arkansas that I mentioned is in the toolkit. This can take you to it here. Campaign for tobacco-free kids, the real cost, lots of good things there. And then the last one I wanted to mention was the media, because there's a couple of new things on here that we used last year. But the skateboard ad and the Lost in the Fog ad, if you ever are just looking for an ad to place, there's some different options. Like here's the Lost in the Fog one is the one that I like, I think, the most right now. But it's just a one page, like if you're looking to put an ad in the paper or for your yearbook, those are here for you guys to use. But also there's press releases for new chapters. If you just started a chapter and you want to put it in like your local newspaper, there's a press release there that you can fill out. And then there's also one, if you're receiving the mini grant from Children's, then there's a press release to kind of announce that too. And of course they're made where you can just go in and edit it yourself, and it'll just be the, typical press release if it will load. Arkansas Children's provides funding for tobacco prevention. You put your school and information in there too. So all of that, like I said, I know I'm talking super quick, but the website is super handy. Probably everything that you ever need, you can find there on the website, projectpreventar.org. Goodness, we're gonna make it. It's almost 12:30. We're gonna make it. We just wanted to share some of the fun emails that we get. You guys are awesome, and the enthusiasm is just completely contagious, and we absolutely love it. So here's a few. And you can read some too, Stephanie. Ashdown Junior High said, I have a great group this year, and we just had our first meeting. My kids are so excited about getting started.
And Poen High School said, I already have already had students come up to me asking the first week of school, when do we start Project Prevent? They are pumped, which we love to hear. Honestly, this chapter is one of the most exciting things our students look forward to.
And Poen, you guys really bring it with the themed projects.
Can't wait to see what you guys do this
year. Our
year.
brand new chapter in Rosebud for the elementary, and I didn't mention, but in Rosebud, the elementary has a chapter, and so does the high school, and they're both of the advisors are the art teachers. So they're going to work together on some projects, and I can't wait to see some of the things that they're able to do. But Mr. Gorham says, after our first meeting, I had 10 very excited girls with a page full of ideas. They did not want to leave and were asking for extra days to meet. If they say this excited about what we're doing, I think the possibilities are endless.
And then a Mountain Home and Desart showing some love, really excited for the year. Mountain Home says they have 12 new members. And then Glen Rose said that their students are already asking when the conference will be. They have had great memories of last year's events in November.
You guys are amazing.
You guys are really so much fun with you guys at all these events and seeing the projects that you guys do.
And just so you know, this email from Mountain Home Junior High, that's like a typical day at the office for us from Coach Newsom.
We get those Facebook DMs. He's always real excited. We love to keep it going.
Speaking of Facebook and Instagram, if we haven't already mentioned Project Prevent AR, you can, if you have your phone now and want to scan it, just jump on there.
Yeah.
We did break 1,300 on our Instagram at the very end of the year.
So we'd love to keep it increasing this year.
I mean, I want to get to 2,000.
Yeah,
that's like my ultimate goal this year, is to get to 2,000, which sounds funny, I'm sure, to some of you, like juniors and seniors in high school who already have
7,000 followers.
Tell your friends. I'm the statewide coordinator. Stephanie's the communications coordinator. We are still trying to hire an administrative assistant if you know someone. But so far, this is it. We're the staff. We have a great time with Project Prevent. We love what we do, and you guys are the ones that make it happen. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's our contact information. If you need anything from us, we're really quick on the email.
And my email is there, and that's where you can send all your pictures to throughout the year. So any pictures that you take of starter kits, projects, anything like that, you can just email them directly to me.
And if you have your own social media, you can tag us too.
And we will share it from there. The Bentonville Beavers
really good about
do a really good job with their social media.
Okay, it's 12:31. We already ran over, but I want to give you guys just anytime, if anyone is on right now, we have several that are here with us live. If you want to unmute, ask a question, give a shout out, or if you want to type in the chat, we'll give you guys a few seconds. Somebody already had to jump off.
I get it.
It's lunchtime. Excited to see a lot of our new chapter advisors on right now. Even though some are existing chapters, we have new advisors, which is always fun too.
Okay, I'm one of those people. This is Bridget from Pocahontas.
Yes.
I am super pumped. I am also incredibly overwhelmed right now, and I may need a little one-on-one.
Absolutely. We specialize in a little one-on-one. Feel free to call me, Bridget, if you'd rather do it through email, but I'll put my number in the chat too. I know it probably feels overwhelming, but hold on, I can't talk into my number. It really is. The kids can run it. The students can run it. They do a really good job. And we just asked for a couple of projects a school semester. So if you can do more than that, that's awesome. Some of our chapters do a lot, some do a little, but every little bit counts. And I know you guys had a really strong group there last year, so I have no doubt that you're going to be fabulous.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm excited.
Good, good. Well, we're excited too. Okay, well, if there's not anything else, thank you guys again. I'm going to work to get this downloaded and put up on the website, and you guys let me know whatever else you need.
We'll see you next month.
That's right. All right, have a good rest of the day.
Thank you.
Me.